Alright guys, today's video is going to be a bit of a special one because I am actually going to say goodbye to my free-to-play account on Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Break. I will do a bit of account showcase just to show you guys what I actually have on this account and also just give you guys a bit of a history and also I guess reasons why I am actually stopping playing on this account anymore. Now don't worry, I will still be covering content on this game, but I will only have one account going forward, which is going to be I guess my paid account rather than this free-to-play account as well. Now, so I'll get a bit of history. So why do I even have two accounts in first of all? Uh, I guess you guys probably already know this game to try to summon for a specific character is ridiculously hard, and obviously you try to go for a limited character as possible. So when the game first started, I know for my main account I want to start playing on day one. However, I want to save up for all limited characters such as Yuta, also Geto, etc. So I was basically skipping on all of the standard banner characters. But obviously, very early on in the game, we had Hollow Purple Gojo. And Hollow Purple Gojo being such a good character, I really want to, just have fun playing with him. And also that was also at the same time when the Illusory Tower first released. And in order to make content, it kind of, and also kind of like floor 21 to 24, they were the green floors. It was just like impossible to beat them without Hollow Purple Gojo at the time because there was no Mahito, there was like pretty much no other green DPS other than Green Yuji, but obviously without the SP potential, etc., Green Yuji wasn't cutting it either. So that's kind of why I created a second account, which is free-to-play account, which I rewrote for Hollow Purple Gojo so that I can beat off the Illusory Tower and basically create guides for them. And then as time went on, basically I have two accounts, the paid account, which I buy monthly passes and also monthly cards, etc., and also this free-to-play account. And the idea is that because the two accounts have slightly different characters, it kind of allowed me to create loads of different guides for Illusory Tower, especially those free-to-play friendly guides, so that you guys are actually able to replicate and go as far as possible. That was really important early on in the Illusory Tower, when obviously we don't have enough time to get lots of different good characters, and sometimes you actually need to be quite creative in terms of actually how to come up with a strategy to actually beat those tower floor. So it was really fun back then for me to try to tackle very different tower modes using a very free-to-play friendly guide, and I think that's probably also around the same time a lot of people have started following me and try to copy my guide, and hopefully it was actually helpful to you guys as well. That was obviously back then and it was really fun, right? I'll have two different accounts, but then obviously as time goes on, tower mode got harder and harder. All the way up to floor 60, I feel like it was still okay. And in fact, that's where I have on my free play account right now. I'll show you guys in a bit. But from floor 60 onwards, it just became a bit of RNG fest. And also, a lot of the floors, I'll have to be honest, it wasn't so much about strategy anymore. It's more of like a damage check, whether you're just strong enough with your DPS, and also vast majority of the time there's only like one or two different ways of carrying it, and as a result it didn't really make sense for me to have two separate accounts trying to do essentially the same thing when there's only one solution, right? Because back in the days when it was floor 50 and under or floor 60 and under even, there are actually multiple ways of beating a floor, and therefore it was actually quite fun to have two different accounts trying different things. Now it's pretty much like one strat or maybe two strat with very minimal variation, and I just don't see the point of doing that anymore. And furthermore, from floor 60 onwards, like all of them just so RNG heavy, I don't really want to invest time in actually trying to beat it when I know I can do it. It's just that I need to probably throw in half an hour, 1 hour, keep on retrying the floor just to go for that perfect RNG run. So that's kind of why I just don't see the use of a second account anymore, and that is going to be sadly the reason why I'm going to stop playing on my free-to-play account. Now I will be selling this account, okay? So don't ask me to give this account to you guys. I will be selling it, trying to make a bit of a profit out of it. But that's kind of the rationale of why I'm going to stop here. And also today's video is just kind of to say farewell because this account has actually been with me since not quite day one, but for a very, very long time. So I just want to give it a final goodbye. Now let's move on to the actual account showcase. So what do I actually have on my this free to play account? So you can see I have a huge amount of cubes. I have 103k cubes left, and in fact I have loads of pity points. I was very lucky with this account. Okay, so if you actually take a look at this, you can see I have 210 gacha pity points left over as well. So I don't know what's going to be the anniversary characters that's coming out, but with all of this, I know for sure that I can pretty much guarantee 3 different anniversary limited characters. So that's kind of, even if I went all the way to pity, I think. So that's kind of why this account is definitely very good. And not only on that, I actually didn't really skip on a lot of the limited characters either. So if you actually take a look, I have obviously the standard, so you have Sukuna and also the main Gojo. And then I also have Zone Yuji here as well. And then for the latest limited character, obviously I have Honor Gojo, I also have Shoko, Team Shoko, and also Team Nanami. So basically I'll have all of the limited character from the past two half anniversary and also anniversary. Other limited character that I am actually missing is gonna be Ghetto. Oh, I do have Yuta as well from JJK0, but I am missing Ghetto and also Miguel from JJK0. So those are pretty much the only 2 limited characters I am missing. And then obviously for all of the other ones, you can see I have lots of really good characters that highly do as well. So you have Yuji, you have Nobara. Nobara was one of the main reason why I was keep playing this account for a very long time, because on my main account I was trying to beat things with Toji, because Toji was still back in the days, it wasn't like in the standard banner. So I had Toji on that account, and then I was trying to beat floors with Red Nobara on this one. Obviously I have Domain Megami, which is helpful. No standard banner characters that I have is gonna be Blue Toge, who I have also basically been using as my substitute for Ghetto in various different my guides. I do have all of the hidden inventory characters as well. So you can see here I have Team Gojo, I have Hollow Purple Gojo, right? That's kind of one of the rerolls that I've done. And then obviously I also have uh, JJ hidden inventory ghetto, the green ghetto, and I also have told you now as well on this account, and a bunch of other ones. I haven't really leveled up on my UG because I was using UG Showcase on my main account. Same thing with Camel. I'm not using Camel here because I have Camel on my main account. Same thing with Nobara. So basically, the two accounts kind of just complement with each other, so I don't need to spread my resources across everyone. So that's kind of the character side. And then if we move on to the recollections, I didn't really summon for limited recollection mainly because obviously this is a free-to-play account, right? So you can't go out and summon for like Miguel recollection, even though it's very good. But for the limited recollection that I have this one, which is the one that came with Domain Gojo. I should also have the strongest duo. So this I think I got it from the free tickets from Ghetto. Obviously, I didn't actually summon for them. Same thing with this one. Or maybe I did summon for it, but I just wasn't lucky enough to get Ghetto. Can't actually remember now. But I do have both of those limited recollections from Ghetto's banner. I also have the one from Zone Yuji's banner. I actually have it as 3 dupe as well, because I actually had to win quite far for that character. But yeah, I think those are kind of the main limited recollections I have. For the latest one, on the Gojo, Team Shoko, and also Team Nanami, I basically didn't bother because I was mainly going for the character. So as soon as I got them, I basically stopped. Now, in terms of content, so obviously I was using this account to create loads of Illusory Tower content back in the days. So that's kind of why you see me clear all the way up to floor 60. 61 and onwards, like I said, too RNG heavy. It's going to take loads of my time. I can't really come up with multiple different strategies for it either. There's only like a few set ways of how to beat them. So that's kind of why I have stopped there. I'm sure if I really tried, I can probably push up to at least floor 70. But yeah, I just haven't really bothered anyway. Resources wise, I still have a lot as well. So you can see here, I still have 240 AP packs. Those are phantom medals. If I do want to get dupes, I need one of them. Have a bit of recollection bits as well. I have a lot more later on. You can see here. I have 23 Jujutsu crystal, and also where's this one? universal dupe for Recollection 27 as well, right? I just haven't really bothered, especially for Recollection. A lot of time in this game, you just use the same Recollection over and over again, so that's kind of why I have abundance of them. And same thing with this, I was only concentrating on, not all of my box, because, some of the character showcase I do on my paid account, so that's kind of why I have loads of chaotic crystal left over as well. Haven't used my phantom seal stamp on a lot of characters, so I still have 4 remaining for this one as well. And then the other thing, which is actually quite special for this, is that I still have my redrawable character guarantee gacha ticket from the very beginning. So that's, either when you first start off the game, you can choose any SSR character you want. Most of the time, you should be choosing Blue Gojo. But when I was re-rolling, obviously, you can't play multiple Gojo at the same time. And I already have what's re-rolling for Hollow Purple Gojo. Back in the days, there wasn't really such a big color difference, right? You can still be a lot of the floors using other characters. So that's kind of why I didn't really bother using this for Blue Gojo, and eventually I might get Blue Gojo anyway, so I never really bothered using this at all. So that's also quite special for this account. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I think this is everything I wanted to show you guys in my camp. A bit sad that I will be stopping this, but like I said, there just isn't too much additional benefit of me keeping a second account when there isn't really any additional content I can create out of it. And we are kind of moving to a stage where trying to beat the more difficult floors is just going to take you loads of retries with all of the RNG, and I just don't want to spend so much time on creating another strategy which is pretty much almost identical to my paid account. So yeah, so that's why I'm stopping here. But yeah, goodbye my free play account. If you guys are also free play, let me know how your account is looking.